Because my courtroom reeks of marijuana right now.
Oh, it ain't me. You can come smell me.
I don't need to come over there and smell you. I can smell the marijuana.
I just came in the courtroom.
Welcome to my channel.
In the matter of the city of Lansing versus Dequan Tatum, and this is for a violation of probation. Are we having hearing today? Okay, looks like for violations alleged that you violated the amended order from November 18, 2024 for Amber Health that you failed to submit your mandatory analysis on January 5th, January 17th, January 22nd, February 1st, February 10th, February 22nd, and that you failed to complete victim impact panel. That's what he's pleading to.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct, sir?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Okay, put your hand down. You understand, sir? Okay, you want to plead guilty?
Yeah.
You want directing you to do that? And you're pleading guilty to the violations because you believe you're guilty?
Yeah.
Okay, as to the violations that you failed to submit to testing, essentially since January of 2025. How do you believe?
Yeah.
On a factual basis.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Tatum, is it accurate that you underwent sentencing in front of Judge Simmons on June 17th of 2024?
Yeah.
And at that time, you were ordered to return to probation.
Yeah.
And during that time, you were ordered to do random urinalysis or preliminary batch breath test screening.
Yeah.
And is it true that on the dates the court has already read into the record that you did not submit for testing?
Yeah.
And you acknowledge that's a violation of your probation orders?
Yes.
Thank you, and I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
I have a recommendation from your probation officer indicating that your attendance at community mental health has been inconsistent, and that your overall attitude seems good, but your progress is poor, and your acceptance of responsibility is fair. Says defendant has made minimal progress since the onset of his probation in June 2024. In 2024, defendant has not drug tested since January 18, 2025, which I'm not sure how that works if he failed to appear on the 17th and 22nd of January. Nonetheless, defendant completed or never completed victim impact panel, which was ordered. Defendant was cautioned about jail time being held in abeyance, and defendant continues to be non-compliant with probation terms. Well, that sounds easy because it looks like November 18th, defendant pled guilty to violations. I said that he would serve 93 days in Ingham County Jail to be held in abeyance if he had no further violations, and that he would enroll in outpatient substance use treatment, and that he needs to provide proof within 7 days, and that he would be testing 1 time per week for the next 60 days. And here we are. You can make application.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do acknowledge the time being held in advance from November 18th was something I was not aware of. I don't believe he had counsel on that, so there's nothing in our system noting that. I did talk to him today about the inconsistency and non-compliance with the testing. He fully acknowledges absolutely it is accurate. He's been inconsistent or non-compliant with the testing and victim impact panel. He was originally scheduled to complete the victim impact panel, and he acknowledged to me that work conflicted with it, and he chose to go to work when he should have chose to go to VIP instead. He acknowledges that's not something he should have. He should have reprioritized which one of those was more important. He did talk to me today about if the court does consider allowing him to continue on probation, that would be something he is prioritizing this week above all else. It's getting set up and scheduled for that victim impact panel attendance. He also did talk to me about the inconsistency of testing and acknowledged that's largely been a work and money issue. He'll make the test on Friday, has the money then, and knows that if he's missing any tests after this, that absolutely the court is coming down on him. He is asking the court to consider allowing him to continue on probation, knowing full well it would be an extension of probation if it was originally due to end on March 17th. And he would be asking the court to consider that in his behalf.
Where does he work?
I was working at Walmart, and then I was working at MSU. Right now, my assignment ended because I was working with Simpson with MSU. Right now, they going to call me for a power plant job, but I'm trying to get in A-list property management right now.
But when was the last time you worked?
Like a month ago.
How was it that you were going to use the excuse that you could not do what you were ordered to do as part of your probation because you had work?
I just take care of the family. I can't provide for my family. I have to be there for my kids. My wife is working. I have to. She worked during the day.
Are you high right now? Why are your eyes red and glassy?
Just waking up not too long ago.
You just woke up not too long ago? Because my courtroom reeks of marijuana right now.
Oh, it ain't me. You can come smell me.
I don't need to come over there and smell you. I can smell the marijuana.
I just came in the courtroom. You ain't smell it before I came in.
I sure didn't actually. I was sitting in here until they opened the door.
I don't smoke weed no more.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't smoked weed since I've been on probation.
Good. But I don't know that. You know why?
Okay.
Because you don't follow my orders. And if you think it's your responsibility to be out so you can take care of your children, then you would have thought it was your responsibility to follow court orders because you put yourself in this predicament. I did not. The court did not. The prosecutor did not. The public defender did not. And neither did the police. You took the actions that brought you before the court, and then you're not taking the actions to show that you have held yourself accountable and that you're willing to get on the right track. I give you a list of things to do and not very much things for you to do. You were supposed to engage in community mental health. You do it when you feel like it. You were supposed to be employed.
I've been going.
That's not what this report tells me. It tells me that's been inconsistent. You were supposed to go and complete victim impact panel, and I'm inclined to believe that was supposed to be within 90 days. You now are at a place where you should now be discharged. And I don't have it done. You know why I don't have it done? Because you had no intention of doing it. You want to do what you want to do. And you think that we want to sit here and continue to babysit you as an adult man. Why in the world would anybody property management hire you to do anything? You're not responsible. Why would they hire you? Based on what? You think if they see this video, they're going to want to hire you? Would you hire you?
I'm starting to like this judge. Imagine being that dumb that you are going to court to plead your case to the judge about why you are not testing for drugs. And your dumbness is that you believe that when you get stoned, you become smarter than when you don't get stoned. And after spelling genius with a J, you smoke pot in the car that you drove to the courthouse and completely forgot in your genius that pot reeks and that you'll be fine as the excuse that you have thought up that you believe that will get you off breaching parole conditions is that you were too busy to go. That, ladies and gentlemen, and all of those in between, that is a fucking genius.
No response? 30 days Ingham County Jail to be served immediately. Who is this?
This guy right here. Let me get the keys.
You step out of my courtroom, sir.
How classic. The other idiot that he smoked pot with in the car wants the keys so he can drive home stoned, which means that they actually thought that genius here and his story would see him walk out of court. Unbelievable. Then again, it is a DC universe after all.
Good morning, Mr. Martin. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right.
On March 8, 2025, officers were dispatched to a weapons call at 829 Custer Street in Harris County, Texas. The caller stated that there were about 10 people fighting, and the caller saw a gun. The officer observed a multitude of people walking from the street into the property and saw the defendant fitting the description as the person with the gun. The officer approached the defendant and he admitted to having upon the frisk, the officer found the outline of a firearm in a crossbody bag on the defendant's person. The officer removed the handgun from the bag. The defendant is 19 years old.
Some cops are idiots.
What you doing wrong?
No argument.
All right, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case, Mr. Martin. Be careful. You know, you're 19, you have a gun. God forbid you use it. Put yourself in such a deep hole. You know, really, go to school, get some knowledge, get a good job. You'll get a ton of money, and then life's great. Life sucks without money. I promise you. Don't end up in a hole, hang out with dogs, because all you're going to do is get fleas, you know? Take a seat, please.
And for you, my subscribers that are watching, I have placed upon the screen now a playlist where I release upcoming episodes often, so please save it to your favorites and don't tell the others, as this is for you to say thank you. See you next time.